Hi, trumpet players. My name is Katie Svendson, and I'm here today to talk to you about double tonguing and triple tonguing on the trumpet. Chances are, if you've played in an orchestra, any classical repertoire, or if you've played a high school level solo, you're more than likely going to run into a passage that requires you to double tongue or triple tongue. And double tonguing or triple tonguing passages are often fast 16th note passages or fast triplet or sextuplet passages. But this video will hopefully help you develop a practicing strategy to develop the proper double tonguing and triple tonguing technique rather than just jumping right into it in those fast passages. So to learn how to double tongue, we involve not just the two articulation that we normally do to articulate notes, but we also have to do a back tongue, a ku articulation. I like to say tuku tuku. Some people like to say ta ka. Some people like to say do gu. I do kind of prefer the oo syllable because it keeps everything really forward and condensed forward. But you can decide what you like. So every time you see on the screen tu ku, you could say ta ka, or you could say do gu, or you could even do daga or dege. So we'll use tuku. I will use tuku, but you can do what works for you. So the first exercise I would recommend is to just start slow on quarter notes. Okay, so you can see this exercise here. We're going to go tu, ku, tu, ku, and so on. It's important to start this slow because you really want to get that back tongue, that ku syllable, to sound as close to the tu syllable as possible. Okay, so try playing along with me. You're going to do a tu, then ku. Two in a row, just like this practice one on the top here. Here we go. Ready, two, and here we go. Nice. And obviously that's really easy and slow, but you want to try to get that ku to sound exactly like your tu. Once it sounds similar or the same, you can do the actual double tonguing pattern, which is tu, ku, still very slow in quarter notes. Let's try that together. Ready? Here we go. Awesome. And obviously, you're not going to double tongue quarter notes, but this is a way to get it to be equal. Once you feel like you can make your kus and your tus sound almost the same, you should move on to exercise 2, which is double tonguing eighth notes. Now here, I didn't put the syllables, but you should do tu, ku, tu, ku, tu, ku, tu, ku. So that actual double tonguing pattern. Okay, and you can start to pick up the tempo here. Obviously start really slow. Let's do this one together. 1 and 2, and here we go. Awesome. And again, that's way slower than any double tonguing passage you will do, but it's just a sequence of going quarter notes to eighth notes, okay, and getting them nice and equal. Now, exercise 3 is where you can put it into practice. Once you have it in eighth notes really nice and even, you can move on to exercise 3 where we're going to go tuku, 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 right? Or do-gu, 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 do. If you're finding that the k syllable is really hard and it's really far back, I would recommend trying the goo syllables. For some people, it's a little bit further forward and it helps a little bit. Let's try exercise 3 at about that tempo. Do goo, do goo, do goo, do goo, do goo, do goo. Here we are. 1 and 2, and here we go. Nice. And that's going to be a little bit trickier to go fast. So take your time, go nice and slow. Turn that metronome on. Start it at like quarter note equals 60. Then go quarter note equals 70. Quarter note equals 80, right? Another great thing about practicing your double tonguing is you can practice it without your trumpet, right? You could just walk around your house going, eventually, right? And you don't have to use your voice. You could do just like I did, where you're just using the syllables in your mouth and your air, just as you would on the trumpet. And that way, you save your face a little bit too. You can practice without actually being on the horn. All right, so let's move on to this next document that I have up here, and feel free to obviously pause the video, screenshot various parts of this. It's meant to be a practicing tool for you. This is right from the Arbin book, and it's the first page of the double tonguing page, and I really love this page because it sequences it really well. Once you have it even in the quarter notes, and you have it even in the 8th notes and the 16th notes, you can now start to expand your range on double tonguing. So you can see this goes from F to F. You can begin to now move pitches. And you think, oh, that's easy, but it's actually a little bit tricky to coordinate the tongue. So in 78, tuku tuku tu, tuku tuku tu, tuku tuku tu, moving up after that ku syllable can be a little bit tricky. Then 79, constant 8th notes, 16th notes, fewer rests. Down here, number 80, we have 6 16th notes in a row. Tu, tuku, 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 tu, tuku, 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 tu, tuku, 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 tu. And again, you can just practice just like I did without my trumpet, right? 81 is a great way to get started into scale patterns, double tonguing. Do-goo, do-goo, do, do-goo, do-goo, do. Do-goo, do-goo, do. So, but don't jump into these Arbin exercises too quickly. Really focus on these easier exercises posted on this other page first. This will be frustrating to start off, and you'll develop some bad habits. Your ku articulation might not be as even to the tu as we want it to be. So don't start too fast with these. Lastly, before we wrap up, I just wanted to highlight the difference between double tonguing and triple tonguing. The good news is once you develop double tonguing, triple tonguing is pretty easy to develop, or vice versa. You could always start with triple tonguing. So triple tonguing, we say tu, tu, ku, right? Tu, tu, ku, triplet figure, right? So tu, tu, ku, 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 tu, right? Or if you have fast triplets, tutuku, 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 right? So they're in groups of 3. It's a little bit different than double tonguing. Let's just do a makeup exercise, right? And let's do 3 quarter notes on each pitch. Tu, tu, ku. Then we'll move up the pitch. Tu, tu, ku. And we'll use these notes. So just pretend that this 4th quarter note is out of the picture. Tu, tu, ku, tu, tu, ku. Let's do that together. 1, ready, go. Right? And then you could do the same thing with exercise 2, just triple tonguing, triplets. Tu, tu, ku, tu, tu, ku, tu, tu, ku, tu, tu, ku. And then instead of doing exercise 3, you could move on to the exercise 3 for triple tonguing, right? Which would be the sextuplets, not 16th notes. So please, 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 if you do anything to take away, you're going to practice your double tonguing and your triple tonguing really, really slow to start, right? Slow as in like quarter notes, okay? And really try to listen for that ku or gu syllable to be exactly the same as your tu or gu syllable, all right? And then you'll be surprised how clear and articulate those double tonguing and triple tonguing passages can be with that slow practice behind you. Best of luck, and keep playing the trumpet.